From Television City in Hollywood, it's Card Sharks. Here's the host of Card Sharks, Bob Eubanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Gene Wood. And hello, everybody. Welcome to Card Sharks. We're going to meet our two Card Sharks in just a moment. Our champ has won over $17,000. But before we meet them, I want you to meet my two lovely cohorts in crime. Here they are with me every morning. Our lovely dealers are Lacey Pemberton and Susanna Williams. What's a crime to take the money? I mean, we worked so hard. Deal the cards if you would, ladies. We'll pick it up from where we left off last time. And while they're doing that, here come our Card Sharks. Our champ is Tom. Our challenger is Patty. Boy, I've seen you a lot recently, haven't I?
Sure have, Bob.
$17,200. That's just wonderful, Tom. Once again, Columbus, Ohio?
Yes, sir.
And you said you want to get a business degree. You have any idea what kind of business you want to go into?
No, not really. I'm just an incoming freshman.
All right, so you're going to make up your mind up a little later on
that. Right, I'm just thinking on it right now. My name is Tom Shevlin. I am from Columbus, Ohio, and I'm just here vacationing with my older brother, Kevin, and I'm just having a great time.
You like California?
Oh, it's pretty nice.
What is it you like about California most of all?
The weather and the women.
In that order?
The women and the weather.
I see, okay. Patty, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good. We welcomed you yesterday to our show, and tell us again about yourself.
I'm Patty Skinner. I'm a housewife from New Jersey. I have three gorgeous boys, Sam, Jesse, and Cody, and a wonderful husband who's with an international firm. I've got to have a baby in Cairo and been a singer in Kuwait.
Boy, you just move around, don't you?
Yeah,
Now, Sam, Jesse, and Cody, those sound very much like your husband participated in naming those boys. They sound like Texas names.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, he did.
Yeah,
They're
Sam,
all named
Jesse,
for
and
outlaws.
Pardon me?
They're all named for outlaws.
They're all named for outlaws.
Well, yeah.
What would happen if you had a girl?
She would have had to take care of the outlaws, I guess, because I can't handle them.
All right. Okay, you know how to play the game. I know that. We're going to pick it up where we left off last time. We're in the second game, second question. Tom won the first game. Patty, you've got to win this game in order to stay in the match. First player to win 2 games plays for the big money. And let's go. Patty, this is your question. Surveyed 100 college men who belong to a fraternity, and we asked them, do you want the woman you marry to have a career? How many fraternity men do want their wife to have a career?
I think that there are an awful lot of college guys out there now, like Tom, as a matter of fact, who are business majors, and they're very business-oriented these days, and they're looking towards the big incomes and the nice, fine lifestyle, and that doesn't come with a one-family income, one-person income family this time. So I think that they probably do want the wife out there working, especially since they see women being more productive at school. It's going to be a high number.
How many out of 100, do you think?
67.
67 out of 100 fraternity men want their wife to have a career. Tom?
Well, my brother-in-law was a fraternity person, and he did want my sister to have some sort of career. So I'm definitely going to have to say higher, Bob.
Even higher than that.
Higher.
Let's see. Yeah, I think it's wonderful. I think it's a real turn-on to be able to sit down with your lady and she tells you about her day and her activities and her career. I just think it's great. The actual number of fraternity men who want their wife to have a career is 91. You bet. Boy, it was higher, Tom. Tom, you froze on the 6 last time.
I'd like to change that, please.
Let's do it, okay? The 6 will now become a 9. You got to play, Tom.
I'll have to go lower, Bob.
Lower than the 9, is it? It certainly is.
I'm going to have to freeze, Bob.
You'll freeze?
Yes, sir.
Oh, it surprised me. I thought he'd go on. Okay, he's 1 card away from winning the second game and winning the championship. So, whew, Patty, that was close, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was real close.
Okay, Tom, this is your question. And this question involves 10 people who were selected before we went on the air in our studio audience. Could we ask those 10 people to join us, please? Well, there's a good-looking bunch down there. Now, Tom, before the show, we asked these 10 people, do you have a relative who's a millionaire? How many of these 10 people do have a relative who's a millionaire?
Well, to be honest with you, Bob, I don't know any millionaires. And none of my relatives are millionaires, so I'm going to have to say a very low number. I'm going to have to say 0, Bob.
None of them?
None
of them. Interesting answer. Patty, you've got one choice.
Well, he's put it in my lap, hasn't he?
He certainly is.
I think that's got to be higher.
Oh, good guess,
Yeah,
Patty.
I think it's got to be higher than that.
Wow, let's see. The actual number of these people who have a relative who's a millionaire is 6 of them. Yeah. How interesting. Which 6 of you have millionaire relatives? Are you in the will? 2 of them said yes. Good for you. Okay, folks, thank you very much. Whew.
Oh, boy.
All right, Patty, you have a lot of catching up to do, my dear, so here we go. Here's your first card. That card's a 4.
Higher.
Higher than the 4. There's a 7.
Higher.
She's going on. Higher than the 7. 10.
All right. I'm gonna... Higher.
Higher. She's higher than the 10. Yeah. Lower than the queen to tie up the game. Yes,
Yay! That's what I like to see.
you did it. I'll tell you what, you're tougher than I am. Boy, I was sweating for you there, kid. One game for Patty, 1 game for Tom. We're tied up. We'll play a tiebreaker game when we come back. But first, we must pause and do some business. See you in just a moment, Card Shark. Go away. Welcome back to Card Shark. All right, you're both good players. It's time for a tiebreaker game. You notice this time Suzanne is going to deal out only 3 cards. We'll have a maximum of 3 high-low questions. Winner of this game goes on to play for the big money. I want to wish you both the best of luck. You're both very good contestants. Patty, question's yours. Surveyed 100 single women. We asked them, have you ever feared you might be pregnant? How many single women said they have?
I'm glad I don't have any daughters. I think this happens a lot, unfortunately. The fear is probably a bad thing to live with. No one's even worse. But I think I think that it's probably a pretty high number, because if you look at how many women are having premarital sex, it's a lot. Let's say, well, that's because you're married, Bob.
I see.
You wouldn't know what's going on.
That's true.
Single women. 56.
56 out of 100. I feared they might be pregnant. Tom?
Well, Bob, I think that's a pretty high number. I'm sure a lot of people do get worried, but I think a lot of Americans are careful these days. So I'm going to have to say lower.
Apple pie and the whole thing for this guy. Yeah? Actual number of single women who have feared they might be pregnant is 67. What the lower was higher. What does Tom know? What does Tom know? Patty, you're 3 cards away from being the champ. Will it happen? There's an 8. You can change it if you want.
Change that card, Bob.
Okay, 8 becomes a jack. A little better.
Okay, we're going lower.
Lower than a jack. Your card's at 3. If it's higher, you're the champ. It is. Congratulations to you, Patty.
Oh, thanks, Bob.
Well, Tom, you got here with nothing. You leave with $17,200. That's pretty good, isn't it?
It's been fun.
You're a heck of a guy. We've enjoyed having you with us. Thanks, Tom. We'll see you again. Okay? Fine. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Come here, Patty. Right over here.
Hey, here I come. You couldn't stop me.
Don't hit the MC so hard. I bruise very easily. I want you to stand right up here, because now the fun is really going to begin, because you'll notice that Susanna and Lacey have a brand new deck of cards that you cut before we went on the air. And the $200 you've won so far is yours to keep no matter what happens. But now we'll give you new money to bet with. You get $200 to start with there on the bottom row. When you get to the next row up there, we'll give you another $400 of betting money. Our minimum bets are $50 each time. And also you can change 1 card per line by choosing one of the spare cards that Lacey's dealing out there. So you understand all the rules. We want you to win a lot of money. We really do.
Okay.
Give the lady $200, please. She's got it. Good luck, huh? Come on, Patty. Let's win some money. Here's your first card. It's a 7.
Okay, I'm going to change that card.
Which one you want?
I'm going to take number 1.
Number 1. The number 1 card turns out to be a queen.
Okay,
That's better.
we'll go
$200.
150 lower.
150 lower than the queen. Queen, it's a push. No win, no loss. It's okay.
Okay, 150 lower.
Still the same bet. 150 lower than the queen. 5.
All right.
350.
We got 250 higher.
250 higher than the 5. You've done it. Yes. 600. Come up here. Give you another 400. You got $1,000.
I'm going 1,000 lower.
You sure?
Yeah.
You got it. Lower than the ace. Yes.
Right. We're changing that card. Let's take number 2.
Number 2. All right. The 8 is now an ace again with 2,000.
I can't believe it. 2,000 lower.
Yeah, I knew you'd say that. It is lower, sir. 4,000.
Okay, I'm going to take 1,800 higher.
1,800. Higher than the 6. There it is. $5,800. The Jack is your card. Now, Patty, you've got to bet at least $2,900.
No problem. I'm going 3,500 and lower.
3,500.
You got it. Come on, let's go, Bob.
3,500.
Yeah.
Lower.
Yeah.
Come on. Is it lower? No, it's not. That's all right. You still end up with $2,300. Not bad at all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, don't hit me so hard in the back.
I'm very difficult.
You got 2,500. We'll be back in just a moment. Be the new challenger for this lady right after this. Time to meet a new challenger for you. Patty London, would you please join us? Here he comes now. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Fine. How you doing?
Well, I'm just fine. I'm recuperating from her championship. That's what
Yes.
I'm doing. Tell me about yourself.
I'm Dr. London England. I'm a country doctor from Kentucky. I still make house calls, sometimes as far away as Possum Trot, Monkey's Eyebrow, all those big towns. I'll still deliver your baby in the home if you'd like me to, or in my office. You know, she wouldn't have had to go to Cairo if she'd been close to me. I would have done it at home.
I'll bet you would. Yeah.
Right.
You're Dr. London England.
Right.
I'll be darned. That's your real name, right, sir?
That's right.
London England. And you do make house calls.
I surely do.
Could I have your number?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And what part of the country are you from again?
I'm from Kentucky. I
Kentucky.
was born and raised in Tennessee, but I've been in Kentucky for 33 years, and out in the country there, in western Kentucky.
How's your horse?
Well, I don't have them.
Oh, you
I
have a
don't
car
have
now.
'em. Yeah,
that's
I'm
good.
on a little farm, all right, but I don't have time for horses.
Well, all right. You could delivering too many babies in your office and at the home.
Right.
Yes, we're ready to play. We've dealt the cards out. First player to win 2 games wins the championship. Nice to have you with us, London. And here's our first question of the match, and Patty, it's yours. We surveyed 100 men, and we asked them, when you were a boy, did you keep any naughty magazines hidden in your room? How many men said they did when they were a boy?
I'm an expert on this question. I have 3 little boys. And although they're too young to go out and buy them themselves,
Who buys them for them then?
they found some in their uncle's room. And, and they did take a look at them. So I think it's an awfully high number.
How many do you think?
I think it's 83.
83 out of 100. I didn't have 100 said they had naughty magazines in their room. London, higher or lower than 83?
Well, I tell you, they didn't have all those magazines when I was a little boy, so I probably will think it's going to be a little bit lower because I didn't have them.
Yes, all
Yeah.
right. All they had
They
was a
didn't
Sears
have 'em,
Roebuck
see?
catalog, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah,
I know what you
Sears
did with that, too.
Sears
Yeah.
Roebuck. Right.
Actual number of men who kept naughty magazines hidden in their room is 69. You're right, London, it was lower. But higher than I thought. Okay, London, you know all the rules of the game. That means you
Right.
know you can change that card. It's a 5.
Change it.
You gonna change it?
Change it.
All right, get rid of the 5. 5 becomes a 9. Whoa.
Lower.
Lower than the 9, is it? It is not. No. Patty, you get a free shot at the cards. You got to play this card, Patty, and that card's a jack.
Okay, lower.
Lower than the jack. It is a 5.
Okay, higher.
Higher than the 5?
Higher than the 5.
Is it higher? It is.
All right. Lower.
Lower than the queen. You got it.
Oh, I want to freeze.
Freeze right there. All right, she'll freeze on the 7, 1 card away from winning the first game. We must pause to these words, and we'll be right back with more Card Sharks. Some more fun right after this. Welcome back to Card Sharks. 2 very nice contestants in the middle of the match. It's Patty and London. And we're in the middle of our first game. London, the next question is yours, and this question involves those 10 people who were selected before we went on the air. So if they would, please get in position. Now, London, before the show, we asked these 10 people, have you ever locked yourself out of your home? How many of these 10 people have locked themselves out of their home?
1, 2. I tell you, some of them look so young, you know, that they probably had someone inside that would let them in. So I'm going to say, though, that there were 6 of them that had locked themselves out.
6 of them have locked themselves out of their home. Patty, higher or lower than 6?
I think it's lower.
Think it's lower
Yeah.
than 6. Actual number of these people who have locked themselves out of their home is 9. 9 of them. Wasn't lower, it was higher. The one person that has not locked themselves out of their home, that's because you have all the keys to the house. Is that it?
Right.
You're the boss, obviously. Thank you, folks, very much for participating. All right, London, you've got control. You got a 9. You want to get rid of it? Yeah, let's do it. 9 becomes a 6, and you got to play.
Higher.
Higher than a 6, it is a jack, yes.
Lower.
Lower than the jack. Your card is an 8.
Freeze.
Freeze on the 8. Played by the book, the man says. All right, so London's 2 cards away from winning this game. Let's go right to our next question. Patty, this one's for you. We surveyed 100 women who have been married 50 years or more, and we asked them, are you embarrassed when you undress in front of your husband? How many women married 50 years are still embarrassed when they undress in front of their husband?
I think that that's a conservative group, conservative part of the population. They all have to be pretty close to 70 or a little older, and modesty was real important when they were getting married, and they probably have stuck with their traditions. I know my mother kind of hides in the closet when she gets dressed. Sorry, Mom. I think it's a
We
lot
hope
of
your mother
women
comes
that-
out of the closet pretty soon.
Whoa, am I going to be in trouble? I think it's about 72.
72 out of
Yeah.
100 women married 50 years are still embarrassed when they undress in front of their husband. London?
I tell you, I see a lot of young ones undressed and old ones undressed. And I tell you, the old
Which
ones
do you prefer?
Yeah. Well, I won't say, but
Okay.
I'll tell you, the older ones get undressed quicker than the young ones usually. Right.
So what are you telling me?
I'm going to tell you it's going to be lower.
Lower, I see. The actual number of women married 50 years who are embarrassed to undress in front of their husband is 25. You're right, London. It is lower. Okay, what are you going to do to this 8?
Change
Let's
that
get rid
8.
of it. Thank you, Susanna. The 8 is an 8 again. You got to play now.
Lower.
Lower than the 8, cards a 10. No. All right, Patty, you get a free shot from the 7.
Okay, I'm going higher.
Higher. If it's higher, you win game number 1. No, not higher. So we didn't make any progress that time, which means that this is our 4th and final question of this match, or of this game. Sudden death time, and we'll play sudden death when we come back right after these words. So don't go away. See you in just a moment. Welcome back. We have to say goodbye for the day. I know, Patty, you'll be back in London.
I'll be back.
Don't take any house calls overnight, okay?
No.
No,
Really won't.
you're on vacation, I assume.
Right.
All right. Well, we'll be back tomorrow. We certainly hope you'll join us. Until then, for Susanna Williams, Lacey Pemberton, Gene Wood, and the whole gang, I'm Bob Eubanks saying thank you very much for watching Card Sharks. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Be on the lookout for this man, Monty Hall, deal maker,
Got a deal for you.
con man,
Oh, I think I'm going to faint.
thug.
Down, down, down.
Favorite tactic, bait and switch.
Well, listen, before you sit down.
Entices contestants with living room sets, then confuses them with cash.
525, 550.
He's quick-witted, fast on his feet, and capable at any moment of a devastating zonk. Watch out for Monty Hall on Let's Make a Deal. Tonight at 8:30 Eastern, only on Game Show Network.
Now, London, before the show, we asked these 10 people, have you ever locked yourself out of your home? How many of these 10 people have locked themselves